What's going on, guys? This is Ryan with RK Outpost, and so many people have had their eyes open to exactly the type of company that Disney is in the aftermath of Disney Lucasfilm firing Gina Carano for her political opinions. Normies, people who weren't necessarily paying attention, they have seen the massive backlash, the groundswell that has occurred with so many people calling Disney out for their work practices, for their work environment, and for their constant hypocrisy, their empty virtue signals, when in reality all they care about is getting your money, and it doesn't matter where it's from, even if they have to go against all their virtue signals to get that Chinese dollar. But at the end of the day, we have seen people that work at Disney that are celebrating Gina Carano's firing publicly. People that have their Disney title in their social media bios are openly celebrating the fact that Gina Carano has been fired. That's exactly what we have here today. This is from Bounding into Comics. Disney Imagineer Chris Kidder praises the firing of Mandalorian actress Gina Carano. Now, we saw some people associated with Lucasfilm do the exact same thing. We saw Freddie Prinze Jr., that cuck. Obviously, he doesn't currently have a job with Lucasfilm, but definitely associated with them. Still a representative of them for the character that he voiced. He celebrated it immediately. But Chris Kidder, this dude, you can't really go see his tweets anymore because he did protect his profile. In fact, he only has 17 tweets now because he went through a mass deletion spree, because who knows what else this person was talking about? Who knows what else this person has said? So let's read the article and find out this context. Now, they do give a shout out to Pirates and Princesses. They were the first one to report this. John Trent included a bunch of additional information in this Bounding into Comics article, but shout out WDW Pro at Pirates and Princesses. This is a reporting. They found this going on. I've been very skeptical of a lot of the rumors coming out of this website, but I will give credit where credit is due. Disney Imagineer Chris Kidder recently praised Lucasfilm's decision to fire the Mandalorian actress Gina Carano. Now, first reported by WDW Pro, Kidder describes himself in his Twitter bio as a Disney Imagineer and producer on Epcot/Spaceship Earth. Right here, the Twitter profile that has since been locked down. Disney Imagineer. His job title is in his bio of his social media account. Producer on Epcot, Spaceship Earth, Ephesians 3:20, Wanderluster, AV Geek, Iced Tea Lover, Wheel of Fortune bonus round winner. Well, there you go. Quite an extensive profile right there, but does list Disney Imagineer. Now, I do need to clarify because I've seen a lot of people talking about this. He has stated that he no longer works at Disney. It's still in his profile, though. He has stated that he stopped working for them in 2020. There is no other link listed on his LinkedIn. He did not update his LinkedIn for any new company. So is he unemployed? Is that what's going on? I don't know how much I buy of this because he definitely didn't change. He cared enough to update his LinkedIn that he stopped working somewhere, but not enough to update his profile picture, or sorry, his Twitter bio. It should be also noted that he locked down his Twitter bio, left up his LinkedIn for a while, and I think it's still active. So maybe that was to cover his tracks, to say he's not a representative of the company. Who knows? I guess somebody will get to the bottom of it at some point. It claims he's been working with Walt Disney Imagineering for over 12 years, but his work ends in December. Kidder tells Bounding into Comics he's no longer a part of Disney in 2020. Before he began working with Walt Disney, his profile says he worked for almost 5 years as a senior financial analyst for the Walt Disney Corporation, and then went to work at the parks, went to work at the Walt Disney Parks. Most recently, he described himself as a creative producer. He writes, creative team leader responsible for achieving and maintaining the creative vision and for ensuring the implementation of the vision through the project lifecycle. He has been the producer for projects that are over $1 billion. This guy manages quite a few people. Looks like he's fairly influential as a Disney Imagineer. Here, you can go to his LinkedIn. It is still public if you do want to take a look at it. It's pretty clear Kidder has worked for Disney for quite a while and appears to have been in a position of significant power where he even led and managed a design team. As for praising of Disney and Lucasfilm firing Gina Carano, he posted to Twitter back on February 10th after it was announced that Carano had been fired. Thank you for doing the right thing, Lucasfilm. Chris Kidder, with Disney Imagineer in his profile, celebrating the cancellation, celebrating the firing of Gina Carano, when his Twitter bio still definitely said that he is a Disney Imagineer, he is an employee of Disney. Whether that's true or not, again, I guess we're going to have to do a little more digging and find that out. In a subsequent tweet, he then added, if Lucasfilm can make sure Gina Carano won't be in another Star Wars related project, the 100 US senators can make sure Donald Trump is never allowed to hold public office again. Here's the thing. It's these types of things as a representative. When he's going out and doing these things, praising them for firing Gina Carano, it really makes you question the work environment at Disney. And I don't think anybody would want it the other way. The idea that we want to stop this echo chamber nonsense, these people who think the only acceptable way of thinking is one side of the political aisle, and it is this extremist point of view. Nobody wants it to be the opposite way. Nobody wants it to be people just constantly praising Trump and shitting on anybody who would even think about voting for Biden. That's not the case at all. All we want is for people to have normal opinions and normal opinions to be tolerated. That is not allowed at Disney and at Lucasfilm. That is quite clear after the firing of Gina Carano. And when people like this, who are Disney Imagineers, are so clearly celebrating a company who has fired someone for their political opinion, comparing it to canceling Donald Trump as well, right? This is what we're talking about. This is the environment that people who are working at Disney have to put up with at this point in time. It's insane. Given Kidder was in a managerial position at Walt Disney Imagineering, one has to wonder whether or not he discriminated against individuals based on their political beliefs. These tweets praising Carano's firing certainly seem to indicate that he may have. Well, who knows? That's speculation for sure. Also, given Kidder's position, one has to wonder if this is approved corporate culture. Is Disney a discriminatory company? Their public actions certainly seem to indicate they are. Well, 100%. We know at the very least, the Disney portion, the Disney faction of people that are working at Lucasfilm, they obviously discriminate, because there is no reason Gina Carano should have been fired, especially in light of all the other things that numerous people, even that work at Lucasfilm and that work on that project, were fired for. This is ridiculous, but this is the approved corporate message from Disney. Only one type of viewpoint is authorized. Only the far left woke echo chamber. That's the only one you're allowed to espouse on social media. That's very clear. That is obvious to any normal individual. You have people like Bill Maher calling out cancel culture for going after Gina Carano. That is the level that we are at. Normal people can see right through this. Normal people wouldn't like working at a place like this. That is the problem. That is why Gina Carano is speaking out and fighting back against what happened to her at Disney and at Lucasfilm. One has to wonder, given Kidder's tweets, if he's one of the individuals who created a toxic work culture at Disney and Lucasfilm. And of course, Gina Carano talked extensively about that, how people feel around there. People are afraid to express their opinions because they think they will be fired. That is Disney. That is Lucasfilm. Just one more employee making a fool of himself online. Again, I will state, he has claimed that when he made those tweets that he was not working for Disney, but he did still have it in his bio. So we'll see what happens if he comes out of protected mode. I would be interesting to see when he changed his LinkedIn, to be quite honest with you. I think there's a reason he left that public when he could have shut that down too. Let me know what you guys think about all this in the comments below. Again, just another Disney employee celebrating cancel culture, celebrating Gina Carano being fired. Smash the like button, subscribe to the channel, ring the bell for notifications, share this video out there, and I'll talk to you later. Thanks for watching, everyone, and a huge shout out to my patrons. I appreciate you guys so much. Want to follow me on Twitter or Instagram? Check out the description below. You'll find links to my P.O. box and my Patreon as well. I'll talk to you guys later.